Welcome back to another episode of the Auto Accident Attorneys podcast, brought to you by the Auto Accident Attorneys Group. I'm your host, Attorney Ali. I always try to bring you content to help take care of you, because that is what the firm's pitch line is. We take care of you at the Auto Accident Attorneys Group. Even though we only handle auto accident cases, this podcast is about so much more. You guys have learned about optometry to learning tips from arborists. Today, I have a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Matthew Wolf, and today we're going to be talking about mattresses. You're probably wondering, why mattresses? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out why. Matthew, so thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
Matthew Wolf from Mattress Lux.
Yep.
Please introduce yourself to our listeners.
Happy to. Yeah. So, as you said, I'm Matt Wolf of Mattress Lux, and man, it all started about 20 years ago.
I told you I had 4 to me.
I'm so sorry, but yeah. So it honestly, the journey for me into Mattress was 20 years ago, but Mattress Lux was only about 5.5 years ago. And my passion has always been helping people. My passion has always been helping people, in this particular case, sleep better or find the right support that's right for them. And about 5.5 years ago, I had a conversation with my wife because I was traveling all over the country. I was doing seminars on sleep, stages of sleep, how to fit people for the right mattress. Before that, I was building and designing mattress lineups for national manufacturers and stuff like that. And I was traveling like crazy. And I told my wife, I said, I don't want to wake up 80 years old and having only climbed the corporate ladder. I really want to focus on my family. I want to focus on my local church. I want to focus on missions. And so we had actually decided to quit the mattress industry because it either involved like long retail hours or travel. And so my dad said, no, just do it yourself, but do it better.
Dads always know.
Dads know, man. So 5.5 years ago, we started Mattress Lux with the intention of really buying myself some time to focus on those 3 things, but also take all the knowledge that I've consumed over the last 20 years and be a light in the industry. If you've ever shopped for a mattress, you probably know how annoying it is, how hard it is, because there's 1,000 white rectangles. They all look the same. They all feel different. Most places will change the names on you everywhere you go. So it just becomes very difficult to find one that's right for you. And so one of the reasons we named the company Mattress Lux is because Lux means light. So it's not just a play on luxury, but the Lux means light. So we want to be a light in the industry. We want to serve people. We want to educate people. We tell everyone that we'll help you find the right mattress for you, even if it's not one of ours. And so that's just how we want to do business.
And now the listeners are getting a little bit of insight as to why you're today's guest. It falls right in line with our mission of taking care of people. I know you personally. I've known you for a long time. I know what a great dancer you are.
Used to be.
I'm sure. I've seen your social media posts. You still got it.
I got it like the way a 45-year-old man has it.
But you truly are dedicated to taking care of others. You've referred people to our firm, which I really appreciate.
Of course.
We take care of them, not just because that's what we do, but also when they're referred by you. I know that your principle and ideas of life, so I mimic that to take care of them. Staying on theme, taking care of people. We're talking about mattresses today. Stay with me. You're going to appreciate this. What do people not consider that they should be considering before we get into the injury side?
Yeah.
When you're just going in to purchase a mattress, how come they shouldn't just walk into Costco and get the mattress that's on that shelf and put it on that big crate? or maybe who should be doing that?
Sure. So mattresses are highly personal, and I think people forget that. I think that's probably the first thing people misunderstand, which is why they look to reviews. Going to review sites to determine what mattresses are right for me is like trying to go to a review site and figure out what color is right for my room. It's highly personal, and that's because we're all different heights, we're all different weights, we're all different shapes, and so you can't just determine what mattress to buy based off what someone else did, which means you have to try it, right? That's why it's harder to buy online. Most online companies have a 50% return rate on comfort or support because they bought it sight unseen. You go into a Costco or a Sam's, you can't try it.
Right.
So the price might be great, but that even if the price was really low, that's dollars wasted if it doesn't support your spine, if it doesn't produce the proper rest, and if you don't get the sleep you need. I'd rather spend thousands on a mattress that I get good rest on than waste $600 on one I hate. Right? So I think the biggest thing that people need to consider is that mattress shopping is very personal, and there's no salesperson on the planet that can tell you what mattress to buy because they don't know you that well. And so that's one thing we do differently. We don't tell people what to buy. We teach them how to buy.
Let's pretend, so we tie it into injury. I do suffer from either a lower back injury or a cervical spine injury. A lot of our clients are rear-ended in auto accident cases.
Yeah.
In auto accidents, not cases. The case doesn't rear-end it.
The case helps. Yeah.
But one of the biggest problems that I see time and time again are when they're calling, whether they're talking to somebody in the office or sharing with their attending physician, that they can't get rest.
Yeah.
It's sleepless. They're uncomfortable. What sort of, when you're dealing with a neck or back injury, what sorts of qualities are you looking for? How do you pick?
When you're looking for rest at night, right, you're looking for something that's going to support your weight and distribute it evenly across the bed. And so you're looking for support in the right places when you try a mattress, and you're looking to not feel support in the wrong places. And so every body has peaks and valleys. So we want the valleys to be supported, and we want the peaks to be cushioned. Right? That's the best way for a mattress. We call that conforming, right? We want to conform to the shape of the body. Think about this. If I had a button and if I press this button and we all just started floating, right? We would all float into the most ergonomic position possible. And there'd be no stress on the joints. There'd be no stress on the vertebrae. Everything would just be even. Now, we wouldn't necessarily float like a pencil, right? Knees would be bent. Right? Or there'd be the natural arch in our spine. There'd be the natural arch in our neck. If you have scoliosis, right, that natural arch is going to be resting in its natural position. So we want a natural spinal alignment. And so the way to get that is to find a mattress that's going to support the right areas, which are the valleys, and let the peaks of the body just settle into the bed so that we can get that more of that floating type of sensation. And so that's why the mattress that does that for George isn't going to do that for Ali, or Ali for Matt. Everyone's so different.
So it's not necessarily, because in my mind I'm thinking of, like they sell the mattress toppers that are like foam.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that it's foam, because the foam may not be right for, but I don't know if it's better if it's heavier or lighter. But in my example, if you're lighter, maybe the foam is better, but if you're heavier, that's not going to work. Is it less about the material and more about the particular individual, and the materials will vary based on that person's need?
Absolutely. So the quality of the materials will determine how long the mattress lasts, but the combination of materials, and there's different technologies, and then you start getting into customer preference. So they like to have a mattress kind of slowly sink or have a lot of buoyancy, and that's kind of neither here nor there to your question. It's more so just a preference at that point. But there's 5 things that a mattress can really do to disrupt your sleep. And so we're talking about rest, right? Someone's in pain. They're in pain before they go to bed, right? So they need a mattress that's going to take that pain and just ease it so they can fall asleep. That's where just support comes in, right? But then there's also pressure relief. We need to take something that's going to take pressure off the body. So if you have a shoulder injury and you're a side sleeper, what do? Right? And so you need something that's going to take that pressure off the shoulder so that it can not cause too much pain there. And then the real answer is that we sleep in stages, right? And so once we go through the stages of sleep, it's really the stages 3 and 4 where healing takes place. And so, yeah, we need rest so that we can heal, right? And that's where healing takes place. If you think about everything from a sprained ankle to a cut to a back injury to a neck injury, all of that's going to heal at a more rapid pace once we get into stages 3 of deep sleep.
Right. it's not necessarily that the mattress helps you heal. The mattress is helping you to get to a stage of sleep so that your body can naturally heal. When you
Right.
get that rest, what I'm hearing is that your body is able to repair itself. I've actually heard that sleep helps reduce inflammation, but you have to get into that deep, like you said, stage 3 and stage 4
Right.
of the sleep cycle in order for your body to start healing itself like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Stage 3 is where the body heals. Stage 4 is where the mind heals. So stage 3 is everything like physiological. So things that would occur necessarily in an auto accident.
Right.
We want as much of that stage 3. Now, you can't just hang out in stage 3 and control that and
Yeah.
and not go to 4. But yeah, so stage 3 is where the body heals, and stage 3 is where your memory is healed, your cognitive function, your turning short-term memory to long-term memory, even muscle memory. A new golf swing that you learned the day before gets stored away into the memory banks in stage 4 sleep. And the kicker is that you've got to go through a cycle about 5 or 6 times a night. And so if your spine's out of alignment, then that's actually going to disrupt that cycle and keep you in light sleep. If you have too much pressure on the shoulders and hips, that's going to disrupt the cycle. If you have too much heat being trapped in the bed, that's going to interrupt the cycle. If you feel your partner move, that's going to interrupt it. And if you have a lot of dust mites and allergens in the bed and you can't breathe, that's going to disrupt it. Outside of that, obviously, there's things like acid reflux and snoring. But yeah,
That's definitely me, that part of it. I didn't
Taco
even know.
Tuesday's a killer, bro.
Well, the funny thing about snoring is, what do they say? It's like the similarities between death and being stupid. It doesn't affect you. It's the ones around you. The snoring doesn't affect me. It's the ones around me.
Well, it does, though, because if you're not breathing well, it might be keeping you out of deep sleep.
Right.
But yes,
It doesn't wake me up, though.
but it doesn't wake you up. You at least are none the wiser.
Right. Precisely. Do you know what the physical manifestation of, you were talking about the dust mites and not being able to breathe? Do you know how that physically manifests? Like how
Yeah.
do you really literally are unable to, obviously you don't choke, but
Right.
what's it look like?
It's more like waking up with a stuffed nose in the middle of the night, right? So you're stuffy. Maybe you have a sore throat, and then it's gone by noon. You're like, oh, I thought I was sick.
Yeah.
Right? It could be allergens. You could have a dust mite allergy, and dust mites love sweat and mildew and dead skin cells, and all that just gets soaked up like a sponge in your mattress. And so that's why mattress protectors are so important, but they keep all that out.
Is a mattress protector, does that affect the sleep cycle? Because in my mind, when you tell me mattress protector, I'm imagining like a huge Ziploc bag over a mattress. What does that look like?
Yeah, so a mattress protector can look like a huge Ziploc bag, and those are the worst ones. Okay. So a mattress protector, I always tell people you should think of it as like a silent little ninja just protecting your mattress. You forget he's there, like the good ones. So they're thin, they're breathable, they're washable, and they have a lot of stretch and flex to them so that you almost forget they're there.
Okay.
But they're waterproof. So if you're familiar with Gore-Tex, it's a very similar material to Gore-Tex, so it allows for air to circulate through it, but no moisture. And so it keeps all that out of your mattress, keeping it completely healthy, free from mold, mildew, dust mites, because people are gross. We sweat a lot, even while we sleep.
Yeah.
I liken it to telling people, imagine wearing the same t-shirt every day for 10 years and never washing it. That's your mattress.
That makes sense.
Without a protector, that's your mattress. You're using it for 6 to 8 hours.
What about a mattress that, let's say somebody has found the mattress that they love, they've had it for a year, they're like, I don't want to get rid of it, but it is full of dust mites. They didn't have a mattress protector. What is there a solution for them? Is there a way of
Go to Mattress Deluxe. No, I'm just kidding. It's done. It's
well
over.
done.
It's over. No, you can get a mattress protector at that point. Yeah, and it just, whatever dust mites are in there, traps them in, they die, and they don't get to you.
Oh, so it works that way as well. It doesn't let it come up to the surface.
Right.
And the allergens don't come up.
Right, and then you eliminate their food source, and then they die away.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Thanks for that little piece of dad advice.
Absolutely. Yeah, so, I've actually had people not buy a mattress based off that advice, and we're happy to do that. We're not here to, just get people's money. We're here to help people, like you say.
We take care of them.
We take care of people.
Is there any sort of cleaning? Are you familiar with that part of it? Like, do you
Cleaning a mattress?
Yeah.
There's really no really good way to clean a mattress because it's usually what's going on is so deep beneath the surface. I've heard of some home remedies of like baking soda or baking powder. You sprinkle that on top and let it sit for a few hours.
Just the baking soda itself.
Yep, and then vacuum it out.
Okay.
And that can pull some things with it. And obviously a really good strong vacuum. Don't use anything with a lot of moisture, obviously, because that'll break the foams down.
Oh, I see.
So it has to be some sort of dry cleaning.
Got it. All right. So staying in line with that theme of people that have suffered acute injury and they are, whether they're rehabilitating or they're going to have pain in perpetuity, are there particular types of mattresses that have like different zones of firmness or zones of give that are specifically for, let's say somebody suffers from a lumbar spine injury in the lower back.
Yeah.
Are there particular mattresses that are manufactured for that type of thing specifically?
It's almost as if I gave you the questions to ask. I didn't, though, I promise. No, yeah, mattresses are really going heavily into zone supports. A lot of our beds, for example, and not just ours, but a lot of mattresses out there have like a nested coil in the center third for better thoracic support. Or they'll put thicker gauge coils in the center third.
Thoracic is the middle of the spine. So cervical is neck, lumbar is lower back, thoracic is the middle.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Yep. So it's where your rib cage is, and just below the rib cage, that's your kind of your thoracic region. Mm-hmm. And then that's where most of our weight is when we lay down. So that's why it's good to have that support. So whether you have a back injury or not, that's where you want the vast majority of your support is right there. Some are putting firmer foams in the center third of the bed. So certainly, zoning is huge. And then you have bases that go underneath the mattress that can raise and elevate your feet, which can rotate the pelvis and decompress the spine and offer some more support. You can raise the head to help with acid reflux or breathing, but then they also have some of them with a lumbar support. So you can actually have a little additional button that raises the center third of the bed to give additional support whenever you need it. Yeah, so there's a lot of options there.
So this is the mattress that you're talking about right now is I guess it's not the mattress itself, it's the base that you can control and adjust.
Yeah.
How the mattress moves.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you have, it's called an adjustable base, right? For obvious reasons. You can adjust the head, you can raise the feet, and some of them you can adjust the center third of the bed for lumbar support. Some are familiar with like the headrest tilt in your car. You can adjust just the headrest portion when you're sitting up. So whether you want to read or watch TV, or you just, you suffer from Taco Tuesday like I do, and you want to prop the head up to keep the indigestion down, or you just, you hit the leg day a little hard in the gym one day, you want your feet elevated that night to take the pressure off your knees. People with ankle injuries, I'm assuming, can happen in car accidents as well. I mean, if just elevating your feet can help get some of that blood rushed out of the feet back towards the heart too. It slows the heart rate down, but takes pressure off the ankle. Knee injuries. I know a plethora of consumers who are coming in to buy adjustable bases because they're about to have knee surgery and they want that for when their surgery is complete.
Yeah. Can you use any mattress with an adjustable base, or are the manufacturers specifically making mattresses for those?
So almost every mattress nowadays, I would say a healthy 90% are being made adjustable friendly because of how popular they've become. So it's changed the industry quite a bit.
I see.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting at home and I'm wondering whether I need to assess whether I need a mattress or not. Obviously, nobody's conscious of it. You go to sleep, you wake up, it's there. If there's no blood or urine on it, you're not thinking about it, right?
Oh, sure.
What I'm getting at is, when should somebody be considering a change in their mattress?
Sure. I mean, to your point, I think a lot of people treat their mattress a lot like tires. Like, I'm just not going to change the tires until I see wire showing.
Right.
Right.
That's what I meant.
Right. You have to be poked in the rear end by a coil at some point, and then right. And that's because mattresses, I think people misunderstand just how valuable they are, like we talked at the beginning, in regards to our rest, our sleep, our health. But not necessarily everyone needs to replace their mattress right now. So I tell everyone there's usually about 3 things I look for when it's time to replace your mattress. Maybe 4. Number 1, are you waking up stiff or sore? Right. And then gone by noon. Right. If you're waking up really stiff or sore neck or lower back, or shoulders or hips, and then you realize it's just in the mornings, probably a support issue while you're sleeping. If you're waking up 2 to 3 times a night consistently, like you're always waking up around like midnight and then 2 and then 3, and then you're able to go back to sleep, but you're constantly coming out of your sleep 2 to 3 times a night or more, probably time to get a new bed at that point. Something's happening to fracture that cycle, so you're waking up too much. And then number 3 is you just feel like you want something new, right? Sometimes you're like, I'm sick of firm. I don't want it anymore. I want soft. Or you just want to change your technology up.
Yeah.
But if you're not waking up throughout the night, you're dreaming, you're remembering your dreams, you're not waking up with any pain, keep rocking. Right? Especially if you have a mattress protector. If you don't have a mattress protector, then I would say, 8 to 10 years is just a good solid deadline, because your mattress can double in weight in like 10 years just from dead skin cells, dust mites, and sweat. It's pretty gross. So you
double in weight.
Yeah.
That's really gross.
That's a lot. Yes. And so it just depends on the person and how much they sweat.
Yeah. Mine's definitely going to be double. I'm really interested about this mattress protector now. I have a hard time putting on a fitted sheet.
Yeah.
So now I'm wondering how often do you have to wash the mattress protector? Because I got to imagine that's a feat in itself.
It's not bad. It's like washing your sheet. It's like a fitted sheet. So you don't have to get the full zip on one. It goes on like a fitted sheet too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have some that zip all the way up, and that's really only if you're concerned with bed bugs. So dust bed bugs are not the same.
Yeah.
And so, so you can just get one that's like a fitted sheet. And honestly, I have a little button on my base that just raises the head and feet up. So I just tuck the corners, and then I hit flat and everything's good to go. Or I should say, my wife does. I try to help make the bed as often as I can, but I'm a busy guy over here.
That may be the best sales pitch for an adjustable base.
100%.
If you're not hurt or anything, just to make your life easier when you're changing the sheets.
I've sold bases that way to people who have aged out of lifting corners.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They've aged out of the ability to lift the corner of the bed, and they want something to raise the bed up so they can get the sheets on and off. It's worth every penny.
What's the manufacturing like, or like a useful life like for, because now I'm thinking about all of the mechanical components of an adjustable base. What's that investment look like long term?
It's actually probably more simple underneath that thing than you think. It's not a lawnmower, right? It's not having cylinders and combustion or anything like that. It's literally just a push and release mechanism connected to a little computer or control box. So there's not much to go wrong. Usually if something goes wrong, it's in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it's as long as you don't do anything crazy to it, it's going to go forever and ever. It's a steel frame. It's like usually a 9-ply, like Russian birch poly or plywood. So it's probably the last foundation. Even if the mechanics stop working, it's the last foundation you'll ever need. It's just solid.
I see.
If the mechanics stop working, it's plug and play. So you just take one piece out, put another one, plug it in. Super simple. But typically 10 to 15 years, some are up to 20 years of life.
On the base?
On the base, yeah.
Okay.
And so some mattresses obviously the same. So if you're willing to make the investment and that 10, 15 year, 20 year mattress, and you have a mattress protector, then it can last that long. And and then it's less per year at that point when you consider inflation. Right nowadays, I mean, my goodness. Yeah.
Since you mentioned that, I'm wondering, have prices changed, not just inflation, but is there anything going on in the market right now or in the economy that's changed that you've seen, like in terms of your supply chain? And
Sure.
what your manufacturers are going through?
Sure. Mostly in the adjustable bases. All of our mattresses are made in the U.S., so that's made it a lot easier to weather the tariff storm.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the adjustable bases are quickly switching manufacturing to Mexico. Some in Canada, they're trying to. But yeah, so we're navigating some of those price increases currently.
So that's going on right now, though.
Yeah.
So
For
if you
sure.
purchased last year, you got in,
You save money.
you saved money.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, we have a coupon code now. You may not be able to answer this, but
Yeah.
what about I'm really into that, like, I don't know if it's a Japanese aesthetic, but that's what I associate in my mind, where it's like really low to the ground.
Oh yeah.
And flat. Modern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, have you, based on your
Japanese.
you do trade shows, you go to conferences. Is there have you seen a difference in the type of sleep that you get if it's low versus like a really high mattress? I remember like in college,
Could be something mental to that for sure. I mean, honestly, everyone has their like proclivities to what they find comfortable. Like, I know somebody who could not sleep because they felt they were going to fall off the bed. It was too high. And so they're just nervous. But yeah, no, I don't think outside of some sort of mental block, I don't think there's any benefit.
I can't stop laughing because I could see the tears in your eyes. I thought it was a good question, gang.
That's a great question. For all of you guys out there who know Ali personally, you know that these bursts of laughter are not rare. Usually when Ali and I hung out, we got like 3 words in every 15 minutes of laughter in between. So, this is on par.
Yeah. I'm glad you shared that with them. They only see me as the uptight guy that is telling me to get uninsured motorist protection.
Right. Oh man, no, he's hilarious, y'all.
Thank you for saying that. All right. Earlier during the conversation, you said that a mattress, I don't remember if you said a mattress should do 5 things or there's 5 things you should look for in a mattress.
Yeah, so there's 5 things. You could put it this way. We call it the 5 killers of a good night's sleep that your mattress could do.
Okay.
That's why when you're shopping for a mattress, you want to try to avoid these 5 things.
Can you share those 5 things?
Yeah. So the 5 things are, number 1 is poor support, right? So we want to give good weight distribution. And then the second is pressure point. So if we have too much pressure on the body, it cuts off circulation, and then your brain doesn't like that. It keeps you in light sleep. The third thing is motion transfer. So if you feel your partner move in the bed, that disrupts our sleep cycle. And then trapped heat is another one. So if you're asleep too hot, right? If you find yourself with your foot out of the covers, back in, out, in all night, you're not sleeping. And then the last one is allergens. And so those are the things your mattress can do. So but outside of that, there's also things like we talked about: snoring, acid reflux, sleep apnea, which is just snoring times 10, right? And then like restless leg syndrome, or just injuries that you bring to the mattress, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are all the things that can kill our sleep. And so the most important things that we avoid poor posture. With good posture, we have pressure relief, we have motion separation, we have temperature management, and we have allergen protection. And if we accomplish those 5 things, that gives us our best shot of completing sleep cycles, getting more deep sleep, which at the end of that equals better cognitive function, better immune systems, better moods, right? Our children are more obedient when they sleep better. We're better parents when we sleep better. Our marriages are improved when we sleep better. I mean, I don't think we understand just how tied sleep is to the quality of our life. I know how many times the best day of my life has started with a good night's sleep. And that doesn't mean the day went well. I was able to handle it well because I slept well.
Right.
Right. And vice versa. A great day is ruined by bad sleep.
Yeah.
And so it's so vital.
There's actually medical literature that supports what you're saying. And I agree. I've long been a proponent. My parents taught me this at a young age. Some of the simplest things for your body: sleep and water. And literally like the simplest things.
Right.
From there, obviously you can optimize, but what you're talking about in terms of the body's ability to heal itself and repair and reduce inflammation, lowering blood pressure, It's all coming from sleep.
There's been studies of type 2 diabetes, which I think that's the kind you earn, right?
You just did.
But can be regulated while you sleep. So like metabolizing blood sugars.
This is going exactly how I thought it would go.
Has anyone ever laughed this hard on your show before?
No.
We're just a bunch of goofballs in the mattress industry. Sorry. We don't take anything seriously.
Except your sleep.
Except your sleep. But yeah, no, like metabolizing even your blood sugars is really a big part of what your body's doing. And so they've actually tied type 2 diabetes to sleep deprivation.
Mm.
Not totally, but there's a connection.
There's a correlation.
There's a correlation, yeah. To even so REM sleep is that final stage where your brain is healing. So even things like depression, multiple personality disorders. I mean,
we just have a few more minutes to get through. Do you want me to look away? You
can't laugh when I'm talking. All right, we're good. We're collected. But yeah, I mean, this is serious though, right? I mean, the amount of mental disorders that are connected to sleep deprivation. I'm gonna need you to turn around.
I'm just gonna here, Matthew. You tell the listeners exactly why it's important. I'm just gonna drink my water and look at the camera. Here, it's all you. Okay.
This is gonna go viral, bro. The guys that couldn't stop laughing. So obviously what we're getting at is that sleep and health are so tightly correlated with each other.
There was really good information, and right now it's so not serious. I thought you had like 2 minutes of stuff in you.
I need a tissue.
This is they say like whatever it is that you end up doing in life, you grow older and you accomplish these things when you are like associated back to people that you grew up with, like when you were kids, like you revert back.
I actually told Ashley, my wife, about that. So I know what's going to happen. Ali and I are going to start hanging out, and I'm immediately going to turn back into the guy I used to be when we got out. Same jokes. We're going to lose control and start laughing. I mean, I've prophesied this.
You did. Okay, I'm going to ask you a serious question.
Right.
I mean, not serious, but like, I want an actual answer. Are there special types of? I've got people in my life that suffer from scoliosis.
Mm-hmm.
Are there mattresses made for people that have that? I don't know if it's called a disease, but
yeah. I mean, it's not a disease, but yeah, I know what you're saying. And unfortunately, no. But I do think there's ways for them to still find comfort.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of one knowing. Like when someone comes in with scoliosis, first question I ask is, do you know which way it curves? Typically, the way it curves is if they lay on that side, it's more uncomfortable.
Hmm.
And so they require more pressure relief. And so the conversation is really leaning towards, do we want to find more pressure relief so you can keep sleeping on that side? Or do we want to go a little firmer and just try to train yourself to sleep on the other side? And I kind of just go based off of their cues.
I see.
From there. But yeah, typically someone with scoliosis needs something that's a little more pressure relieving, because if it bends this way, then that means that the mattress's pressure on that part's going to kind of throw it out of alignment faster. So it needs to be able to conform around that better.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it just depends on the person. Some people, as I said, it's like a S, so it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And so then I'm trying to encourage them to see if we can get them on their back, because side sleeping is just too painful.
Right. That's a tough situation. My sister's scoliosis isn't horrific, but it's enough where it disrupts her sleep. And I'll see her when she comes into the office. Like, oh, you're not going to ever get day-to-day, are you?
Oh.
You just don't get rest.
Yeah. So then you said, but it is disrupting your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then, yeah, I mean, it could just be a support issue. It's like maybe if she's sleeping on the opposite side, then she needs even more support in that area to kind of reach and support the spine so it's not pulling. So if you think about it, if this is your mattress and this is your spine, and you have this gap right here, right? And you're on your side, there's that gap.
Yeah.
Then you need the mattress really to kind of fill that gap in some way.
Yeah.
So if you have scoliosis, the gap gets even bigger.
Yeah.
So now you need even more so the hips and shoulders get into the bed so it can come up and fill that gap. But if you switch sides, now you need that to go away.
Right.
Right? And so it's really about figuring out what side are you going to sleep on.
More
Try to train yourself to stay there.
I can tell that you're on the verge of cracking and you keep looking at me, so I'm trying to keep a straight face so I don't crack.
Dude, I'm rock solid right now.
I had like 3 questions that I could not recall just based off of the scoliosis conversation. Let's do this. Usually towards the end of the podcast, what I do is I turn it over to the guest to share something where you feel like I didn't ask a question that I should have. Or if there is a piece of, I love dad advice. I think that's some of the best content.
Sure.
Anything that we sort of address what people don't think about, but anything in that realm, or if there's anything in your heart that you just feel like our listeners should know about.
Yeah, I would say, I touched on this a little bit earlier, that the dad advice I have for mattress consumers, like if you're in the market to shop for a mattress, as much as I love consumer reviews, don't buy it. Like the reviews are so bought, the reviews are so paid for, and most people buy it hook, line, and sinker, and they come into our store pre-sold. And sometimes I have to try to convince them. I find my time convincing that based off our process that we take you through, that may not be the right one for you. And they end up wanting it anyways, and then they return it. Right. And so, which is an arduous process. No one likes returning a mattress, even if it's, 100-night money back guarantee. No one likes doing that.
Yeah.
So I would say that the best person to tell you which mattress is right for you is you. You just have to try them and know what you're feeling for. So if you're going to pick a place and you don't live anywhere near Mattress Luck, just make sure they know how to help you find the right one for you.
What does that look like when because you've said that even at the top of the podcast, you're like, you got to try it out. I've gone into a furniture store before,
Sure.
or like a mattress store, and I'll lay down. I lay down just for a second. And I'm like, okay, like,
It felt like the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all feel the same. So that's why I would say you need us, right? You don't need us to tell you what to buy. Again, so you need us to help you know how to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, if you come into Mattress Lux, the first thing we're going to do is we actually break out a little skeleton, like you see at the chiropractor.
Yeah.
And we'll actually go through like the spine and where you should feel support and where you shouldn't. And so we'll show you on that spine where, like for back sleepers, if you feel a lot of support in your tailbone, you're probably not getting enough in your lumbar. Okay. So you should feel almost no support in your tailbone and the vast majority of it in your lumbar. So now I'm thinking nuances to feel for, right?
Yeah.
For all you salespeople out there, you know that the power of suggestion is really powerful. And a lot of salespeople use it and to their advantage, and I use it to the consumer's advantage. And so instead of giving you good things to feel for, I give you negative things to feel for. Okay? So that you know how to eliminate a mattress that's not going to work for you. And so it's more consumer focused that way. So when you after we go through, we call him Mr. Bones. Okay. And after we go through Mr. Bones' presentation, we'll pressure map you. And on that pressure mapping machine, it'll actually automatically find the support for you based off of your height, weight, and shape. So it finds the right support. Now, that doesn't tell me anything, but it shows you what proper support feels like. So now you've been educated in your head and in your body. So now when we start shopping, you're going to start to feel the differences between mattress A and mattress B and be able to make selections.
I see.
Okay. So that's where we teach you. We call it our Lux Fit process. It takes about 7 minutes. It's a 6-hour seminar truncated down to 7 minutes, where we teach you just about everything you need to know so that you don't make a buying mistake and you don't spend $1 more than you have to get a really good night's sleep.
That's awesome.
So we bring science into it, and we put a lot of power and control back into the consumer's hands. We tell everyone you're not going to be a mattress expert, probably ever, but we can at least make you a mattress shopping expert.
I love that. On that note, Matthew, why don't you tell us where we can get to, how we can get to Mattress Lux?
So Mattress Lux is located in Kennesaw, Georgia, right off of the intersection of Giles and Cobb Parkway at a public shopping center. And we are, Lord willing, opening up some more stores soon. And who knows, maybe even franchising. So if you want to open your own Mattress Lux, that could be an opportunity down the road.
That's awesome. Matthew, I love you, bro.
Dude, love you, man. This
Thank
is
you.
fun, obviously.
When the cameras go off, I'm letting it all come.
This has been great. Thank you so much for having me. I was super excited to be here. So,
Listeners, viewers, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you picked up some information on how to choose a mattress, see if you're going to be needing a mattress, if you're going to be in the marketplace soon. And one of my biggest takeaways was the mattress protector. So I'm 100% going to get that. Mom, you watch every episode, so I know you watch this. We're going to go mattress shopping together. I love you very much. Everybody, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Take care.
God bless.